Good morning and welcome to this beautiful Wednesday for CHRICED Radio and Television, where your matter now we own. My name na Princess Anyana inside Niger. Don't show bagam for your domots. Now for on top of the show, you know, so they do we'll bring you all of the big things them. First of all, make we say Happy International Day of Persons with Disabilities to Nigeria and the rest of the world, and to anybody with a live with disability. And we'll get somebody later inside the show to come talk a little about waiting they expected today. But before all of that, you get some other big yarnings them, like the fact say finally Oga Presto don't nominate somebody to sit down for the position of Minister of Defense. We'll talk about that with my guest later. But for now, no go anywhere, because when we come back, time go reach for the front pages of newspapers. The Punch newspaper, 90 for my front right now. And one of the two there on top of the Giaga for PDP, marking this side, don't give expulsion certificates to Wike and others them. They don't finally give them certificates, so they don't want them inside the party anymore. The big story for inside the Punch, US lawmakers, Nigerian representative members, they do new sessions on top rising insecurity. The United States Congress committees, they do joint session. Then Nigeria House of Reps go discuss insecurity as Tinubu said don't do meeting with all service chiefs then. Adeleke of Osun State, now so he no go for Osun PDP primaries as Adebayo don't win the party ticket. Federal government contractors don't they do new, we no go agree on top 500 billion naira way then they owe them. And on issue of Christmas time, local flights don't break the 300,000 naira mark for quarrel inside their marriage. Edo State House of Assembly don't invite two Baba wife to concede them. And finally, for inside the front of the Punch newspaper, the fact of say they don't get enough workers fit to delay the NSCDC VIP protection waka we suppose don't start. You go see all of that and plenty others inside the Punch newspaper. Now, inside the Vanguard, Mba of Enugu State don't present 1.62 trillion naira budget, and so the twale for all the economic policies with Tinubu carry come. All that one day inside the Guardian, and still inside the Guardian on top traveling for inside Christmas. We say get as it go be as 15 airlines they face 65% capacity deep. The wahala for inside PDP, they get worse and worse, and they don't give expulsion certificates to Wike, Fayose, Anyanwu, and others them. Tinubu now don't do meeting with security organs them, and they nominate before CDS Musa to become defense minister. Right about now, contractors now they do we no go agree, and then scatter activities for ministry over 760 billion naira. Way then they owe them. All that's there for inside the Guardian newspaper. You're going to touch light time, make you foresee everything we did aside. Now, the Vanguard newspaper can follow closely, and for inside the Vanguard, Ogbonge government, they want IOCs, so made them fast-track field development or made them step aside. APC, federal government, now they suffocate PDP and the opposition. Now, but they judge, now they yarn that one for inside the Vanguard. Governor Mba don't present record 1.62 trillion naira 2026 budget of renewed momentum. Wike, Fayose, 9 others don't get the PDP expulsion certificates. Turaki don't they declare say PDP no go allow make anybody silence them as Damagum don't they hand over. Now the big story for inside the Vanguard on top accusations say that they kill Christians them for inside Nigeria. US lawmakers no agree with what Ogbonge government they tell them. They say the steps where our federal government don't take so far to deal with the problem not day enough. Mark, Owie, Odige, Oyegun, others want South people's support for ADC. And another story for inside the Vanguard, men wey carry gun don't kidnap 5 students of Rivers University and 14 passengers inside Imo State. Police say they don't start to define the kidnappers. House of Representatives, they tell federal government, say may they arrest the people that way key 5 policemen inside Bauchi State. Enter for the Vanguard, inside. You go see all of that and plenty more them. Now, the Nation newspaper starts by to say Adeleke don set for Accord Party as the Gbasgbos still the worry PDP primaries. The nomination of Omokri as ambassador don't get full backing. That's another thing where you go see for inside the Nation newspaper. Now, the President now don't do meeting with service chiefs and they ginger them, say you must give us better results. The computer now say experts myself don't they set agenda, waiting that they expect the defense minister nominee, General Musa, to do once he get that position. The before CDS go face screening and carry go from the hand of the Senate. All of that, they inside the Nation newspaper of today. The Daily Trust newspaper can follow that one, and the big story for there, why Tinubu return General Musa. But you're going to need to read the full report, make you forget all of the full details. For another one, we don't sweet belle, fire, don't burn, kill family of 5 for inside Katsina. Still inside the Daily Trust, Constitution Amendment, with the House of Representatives go vote on creation of states orders on December 10. For the talk of press freedom, IPI don't list IGP to governors for inside the book of infamy. Waiting what they talk about, you go enter for the Daily Trust, you go PC Sam for you to understand. FCT community schools where only 17 out of 136 students they go class. That now one report there with Daily Trust do, and you will need to read them, make you for know what's in the play inside the city where we day. Going into the next one, Nigerian Tribune. ASU federal government don't finally enter into agreement on 40% increase in their pay, autonomy, and even funding. Enter for Tribune, you'll get all of the details. In the Osun State matter, Adeleke say we go know in new party before December 13, but Adebayo now win the candidate ticket of the PDP for their coming election. U.S. lawmakers don't sit down to meet on top all of the Gbasgbos and katakata with the jack up inside Nigeria. And the big story for the Nigerian Tribune, House of Representatives don't start to the debate on state police and other things them where they won't do change inside our constitution, and that debate could start today. Next Tuesday, next Wednesday night they go vote on the bills before they go transfer them to the state houses of assembly. Drama as Goje, they blame the kind of behavior we not fit lawmaker, where Akpabio and the other colleagues them, they do. For the issue of press freedom, IPI don't blacklist IGP to governors and they honor DG of DSS. You can see the story on top body matter, the little report where the Nigerian Tribune do for front page of their papers. Enter inside all of them, read all of the full stories, make your own for no lost. Now rounding up the front pages of newspapers this morning, now the Punch Sports Extra. In the Punch Sports Extra, not be small Igiaga on top CAF Awards voting result. Salah no go play for the Nigeria friendly game. Sociedad coach de Twale give Sadiq. I know they launch new boots for AFCON 2025. Blues don't they push to extend their win is already they win away. Kanu don't open up on WAFCON absence. Araujo, they said they go sell them next summer. The big story for there, listen, a rat race something as 54 Eagles. Now in the struggle to see which of them go get out of the 28 AFCON 2025 sports. Ayegbeni, they support Eagles for AFCON redemption. Haaland, now be the fastest player to ever score 100 EPL goals. Nigeria don't win para volleyball for West Africa Games. And inside cricket, Runshewe don't lead Nigeria team to West Africa trophy. All of this and more now you go see inside the Punch Sports Extra newspaper of today. But don't just take my word for them. Try, make you get, even if not one of these papers, get it, read what's in the inside, make you forget all of the full gist and your own no go lost. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same station, for another edition of the front pages of newspapers. But right now, no go anywhere, because when we come back, now straight inside the big tourist segment of the show.
Hello, my country people of Nigeria. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say Kebobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? say no to fake news because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears more and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial you. Now you go to watch me live on top CHRICED Radio and television. Where we go to break that news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story where they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Nigeria. You go join our well because we go break down for you, you go reason with us and you go understand the grammar well. What you need to do now to follow us on top www.CHRICEDradioandtv.com or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name is Kolawole Omoneye. On top CHRICED Radio and television, your matter now we own. Hello, my country people of Nigeria. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say K-Bobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears more and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial you. Now you go to watch me live.
Welcome back to Inside Nigeria on top CHRICED Radio and television. Time don't reach for the big to reach them. Like I always tell you, if you enjoy us live on top YouTube and on top Facebook inside the 9 o'clock hour every Monday to Friday. And we also do at CHRICED Radio TV. We do at CHRICED Radio TV on YouTube, on Facebook, and also TikTok, Instagram, and even X. Our website now www.CHRICEDradioandtv.com. In case you say you want to join us now through the WhatsApp portal, for our WhatsApp, if you just talk to us on top 0906 891 8345. Yes, our WhatsApp number now 0906 891-8345. Just send us your message here and we could definitely read them out. And then if you want to drop your own phone on top the comment side of the Facebook or the YouTube live, please go ahead. We could definitely see them and we'll also read them out inside the show. Now I'm coming back inside the studio. I get my guests today. We'll go take a look to be to reach them. I get Victor Emejuiwe for inside the studio. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Princess. It's good to be with you again.
And it's good to have you on Inside Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Okay, so starting the discussion today, we wake up yesterday to the news say the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru, being resigned on health grounds. And they can't talk and say, at least before this week runs out, Oga President go nominate somebody else to sit down that position. They can't get some church or Joseph who even talk, say, then see as the before Chief of Defense Staff. We then collect work for in hand about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Say go see President. People now come to talk say like say na him they won't really nominate. Now for evening yesterday to bust out say yes, Oga President don't nominate the before Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa retired as the next Minister of Defense. What do you think about this development?
Okay, so everything happened very fast. For the former Minister of Defense to just resign, and the next day we get a new person. So it go show you say something done they cook before now. They'll be waiting just happen by chance. And I ask myself this question: what did make them even remove the former Chief of Defense Staff from that position when been there before? Because I know say now after the news say them plan coup, now it make the president come out, change in service chief, including the CDS. So waiting don't change since that period. We go make them consider him again to become the Minister of Defense. So you go look at from two angles. Waiting be the intel will drive these changes. Is it the issue of incompetence of the former Minister of Defense, or is it that because of the pressure way today and they need the right person to do the job, they have to bring back, the former Chief of Defense Staff, if assumingly him be the right person to come. So we need to interrogate the reason for this quick changes will happen. I don't believe, say, the former Minister of Defense resigned willingly. So somebody must have talked him into resigning for the next man to be nominated almost immediately. So now government know the intel where they get. But beyond all this, I feel they need to have a good strategy on how to handle this issue, because the whole world's eyes now is on Nigeria. If you watch the news all over the world, then they talk about what's they happen around Nigeria, and now US, they plan to come into Nigeria and all that. So the attention of the whole world is on us. Even recently, you see National Assembly today, they talk about insecurity. Sure. So now we don't get a new a new Minister of Defense, will be military person. At least he rose through the ranks as an infantry soldier, to a lieutenant, second lieutenant, and became, a general, serving, overseeing the entire military forces. As a Minister of Defense now, I feel he will make the right policies, and he will still understand the operational tactics where they involve in this war. So, but these strategies now, where they go bring up, they need to also be communicating with other agencies like Navy, police. There should be a shared intelligence, with other military bodies on how they want to fight this ongoing war, because I see it as a war. And the president, not just nominating a new chief of defense staff, but follow up on a day-by-day basis to find out what's the strategies where they put on ground to tackle this issue. At least let's make it be, say, something that happen on a daily basis and they are winning the war, then they mark a milestone on how then they progress to win this war against terrorism. So I think it's very, very important.
Okay. So you guys something you've been talking, say just the wonder, because not the only, a lot of people have been questioning, actually, say you commode this person from the work of CDS and then you denominate him. Now, Daily Trust Country report, and they say some reliable source around the presidency tell them, say, now, if like say now some ministers way close to President, now suggest, say there's a need to bring somebody we get military background, we get enough knowledge of security challenges where they worry this country. Still, according to Daily Trust, they say get one retired Brigadier General, Mohammed Kabir Galadanchi, where when they ask him, he say him get confidence in the capacity of General Musa. He can't even talk about the guy career work. You get, according to him, he say he was the commandant of Depot Nigerian Army, where they take trained soldiers for operations. He was theater commander, general officer commanding, and he became chief of defense staff. So with this kind of credentials, if you say this CDS get waiting it take to perform. Another person also mentioned, say when he even worked as the head of ECOWAS military chiefs, so then see impact, say he is exemplary, he did compassionate, you get, he did decisive in leadership, you get, say the way they see him, and say get this ability when he was chief of defense staff to bring all of them together, like he had that synergy. And even when they let him go as chief of defense staff, he gets some discussions away, and people were like, "I then surprised, say they let him go." Say so far among chief of defense staffs, them that really this General Musa retired, say na person where them feel in workings when he did that position. So if you say all of this also count for why President bring him back, maybe like letting him go that time was maybe some form of error. And they just want to use this and look and say, Kaima, really hold this guy way good for my cabinet.
So make we take him that way, say probably the president no check well before you allow him go then as chief of defense staff, or to see say this particular position we get now like a higher call, because as a minister you're in charge of the policy formulation, we go guide all the military operations and everything. True. And it's good make person will understand what's in the happen inside, be the person where they bring policies we go implement. Then you go still there very close to the government, the federal government, because then you go they collect briefing every Wednesday. This is the effect. So strategies where they come up on how they go take the handle this issue. But like I said, beyond his capacity, no doubt the man get capacity. Quite all right. He even received an award from what I read, Colin Powell Award in 2012 and all that. So, but there is a need for this interagency collaboration. Now, when Mr. President, they brief security chiefs, I wonder why immigration no follow for that briefing. Because immigration, most of these things where they happen, not be just internal thing, collaborations from outside. And some things they enter into Nigeria, where then they use fight our people. Immigration is supposed to know how to block all those things. Ministry of Interior too. They're supposed to know how to, where then they, because these people, if they fight inside for bush, if they fight inside town, they run, go inside bush, sometimes they'll come back again. So those intels we need to know who them be. Amongst us, some of them, even they're around us, don't be surprised. Your neighbors, some of them. So those intelligence gatherings, they're very important. So the chief of defense, the minister of defense now needs to map out strategies on how they go work with other agencies for security on how to fish out the movement of these bad guys all around the country.
All right. Now, following by what you just talked, so still on that Tuesday, will be yesterday, Oga President been do meeting with the service chiefs. Then he enter for closed door. They did a session. They say for like about 2 hours. Now they're inside that meeting just to also get some feedback and do some update on the security situation inside the country. And after the meeting, the chief of defense staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, contact say President don't give them new order, fresh directives, and demand that he needs improved results in the fight against insecurity. He said the meeting was engaging, and they expected that the new order where President will give them will soon begin to bring strong results inside the whole security operations. What did they do for the country? Still give assurance to Nigeria people, say security agents, then they work to coordinate, to work well, make sure say this Yuletide period go well and everything they all right. So the fact that they did meeting, they got new directives. Is that enough?
You don't stop there. This thing not be today. We don't get directives. We don't get assurances or promises. Like I always say, make we see action. As they don't finish this meeting now, don't map our strategy. Tomorrow, make we hear for news. Say they don't nab some people where they sponsor these terrorists, or they don't seize their weapons, or say terrorists. Even inside the military, inside the paramilitary organization, make them expose those where they collaborate with these bandits. Because then they're inside. Some of them, they collect, money. And that's why we talk about the issue of, corruption. If we no start to, if President no make a statement on corruption, let us know his stand. So that because people go, they look what in the president they do, look what in other governors and ministers they do. If we no take a major stand against corruption, every fabric of the society go they corrupt, including the military. So inside that military, you get people will be saying that they get their sustenance from these bad boys. And then they give information. So there is a need for them to fish out those people. Make we see for news, say 100 officers has been exposed. It go show the commitments. So not be just say assurances or promises, which steps, which efforts do they take, to make that your promise come to pass and let the whole world know, because you go to send signal to people say, yes, true, these people they're serious about what then they do. If the head they clean, the whole body go they clean. But if one part they rotten, if some other parts too go they follow the rotten they go. So we need to make a very strong statement on corruption as a country, because it starts with the leadership. Because if it's hold something against you, you know go there in a good state to come the whole against them, because they say they will come with equity, must come with clean hand. Yeah. So I expect the leadership of the security agencies, the president and everybody to they clean, so that they go feel look deep into their men to see where they get any form of connivance with the enemies. Now the only way they will feel achieve this thing where they try to solve now.
All right, so you're still there on top CHRICED Radio and Television inside Nigeria. The big to reach them. And my guest, now Victor Emejuiwe. Now moving to the next matter before I go let you go. This issue of kidnapping will be just yesterday happened for the North. Like I said, on the spread now and other places. As news burst out now, say about 5 students of River State University now in they kidnapped by the Senate gunmen. Though the police don't come out to say na courts, now people that they suspect say na cultists, say na go attack the off campus and then pack some people. Now for the matter now, they say these gunmen, where they are suspected, say they be members of a cult group. Early morning on Tuesday, kidnapped about 5 students from River State University Emejuiwe Satellite Campus. Now where all this matter they go, they say already no be today. Say these students have been, the one where they live outside the campus, say last week, they even do we no go green. The para say they have been getting attacks and harassment by cultists. Come they beg the management of the River State University to abeg, relocate them, enter main campus for inside Port Harcourt, make them for day safe. After they do that protest, when they do a pre-convocation briefing on Monday, day before yesterday here, the Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Isaac Zeb Obikbi, come talk, say no, say they will not close out that Emejuiwe campus, they will not relocate the students. Say the university, they address the security concerns by to engage with community leaders, council authorities, and security agencies. Now, yesterday, they don't go pack students. What does that have to say about the school management and even the state of insecurity for the country?
So, a very unfortunate situation for all these people to target students. You know, the last time now secondary school students, now university students. So, but I think now a failure on the part of the school management to ensure that that campus no gets adequate security, because wherever they put students are vulnerable group of people. You need to secure them very well, not just in River State, all across the country, you know, because I even also they hear cases of people they live off camp, how either thieves, armed robbers, or cultists, they go harass them for where then they lodge and all that. So those where they manage those lodge supposed to put adequate security there for students. You know, no students supposed, because say your parents send you to go school somewhere, they'll come kidnap, they ask for ransom and all that. So we need to, and this also brings us to the issue of local security, like we talk about state policing and all that. So from even the local government level, that Emejuiwe now, as I believe it should be under a local government. What will be the security structure where they there? We go make cultists just come in, operate and go. We know the governors are the chief security officers of their state, but they should work hand in glove with the local government to ensure say either they get some of vigilantes where they for each of those local governments, community by community, in case any of this kind of operation happen, they know where to go fish the culprits out. So local security backed with local intelligence and also private security measures by both hostel management and the school management. They're very, very important to secure people, especially students, we go to study.
All right. Now, inside Imo State, from the talk now that they say people will carry gun, they are suspecting this one's now to be headsmen. So on Monday evening, now they hijack one bus where they go Aba with 14, and they pack 14 passengers for Ungo Opala area of Imo State. People will say they see Ankorokoro say these men just jump out from the bush, begin to shoot anywhere, take control of the bus. We've been come up from Owerri, they go Aba, and according by the witnesses, they say the thing caused serious jacking up of mind. See other motors them sharply reverse, some of them just stop, passengers begin to run. The ones where they come up for car, they run, enter inside bush. Now from the report, they say this is not the first time. In May 2025, people that they suspect saying headers been kidnapped 18 passengers for that same area. A few weeks after that one, another 20 other passengers. Now we see the yesterday kidnapped for that same area. So they then killed 2 people inside that particular attack. What does this all say?
Every day you go just they wake up to one bad story, and it's so unfortunate that this kind of thing they happen for our country, because you begin to ask yourself how these people enter inside Imo State. So it also brings, that's a narrative, say then they're everywhere. Because, of course, we know so we get a constitution where allow free movement. But for people to enter with arms and ammunition, and not just ordinary arms, but sophisticated arms, it shows, say, even the soldiers and the police waiting for checkpoints, they are not really doing what they are supposed to do. For them to just gain access to a state will not be their own, and they will start to carry that kind of operation. Because if they do and finish them inside the same state, they will go around hide. So what will be the local internal security for each of these states? I don't talk and before say, yes, thank God, President don't ban issue of open grazing. We will give people access to the enter from one state to another. They map out the area. But then every state supposed to get their own security plan. This state police thing, I would say we need to, really quickly bring on board. we should get forest guards, because if they carry out these atrocities finish, then go wrong, go inside bush, or some of them will even come back into town self, maybe then get where then they stay into town. We still need to be able to identify them, because if somebody not be from your place and you see the kind movement, you see the kind lifestyle that they live, you go suspect, you go fit trace. So in fact, security is not everybody's job actually, but the states need to put a structure in place where go fit fish out people where they enter into the state illegally and with weapons. And like I've said before, we need checkpoints with technology, not just where men go stand, they open, you go wind down, go look inside. No, as they cross into checkpoint, we don't even need some people there. Not just the gadget we need. If they say checkpoint, this and so place, maybe the technology will go check waiting people carry for body, they enter inside the border, enter inside the states, carry. So now that one, now you go use those people where they do illegal entry. Then, of course, the security in that area will now fish them out and send them back and prosecute them. So it's time for us to use technology to fight all this crime. Because Nigeria, yes, we get constitution, we say everybody should move everywhere. So while you are moving everywhere, you are not supposed to go and cause havoc anywhere. So there should be something that will check your movement if you are going to cause problem. If they want to do this thing, they can do it, because I know then they get intels and then they arrest people if they really want to work. So let them make this as a priority now. We know if we continue to take, say, somebody enter a place, because now this kind of thing, now they make US and all those people they suspect, say, true, there is a plan to massacre Christians. Based on, say, people will be Fulani headers and all those, go enter inside places, go they kidnap people, they kill them, and all those. So organized crime did. And I believe, say, there are people where they call the shots. These guys are just messengers. Then go send them, go wherever they want to go. When it's time for operation, then go tell them operate. And when they operate, they get the spoils, they send it back to their masters, So we need to fish out how these things they work out. It's a whole lot of work on our government, but they must put their hands, put their foot on ground and ensure that they get to the root of all these things and nip it at the bud. Nigeria needs to be safe, and the actions where then they take will determine whether we go they safe or not.
The actions whether they take now go determine whether we go they safe or not. Thank you so much, Victor Emejuiwe, for today. Do you have any final words on the show today?
Yeah, so my final word is say security in everybody business. Everyone should look around your environment. If you suspect anything, report to the authorities, and also guide yourself against any form of criminal attack.
All right, security in everybody business. Try to do your own part to guard yourself against any form of attack. And this now where we will wrap up the segment of the Big Story inside Nigeria for today. But join us tomorrow morning, same time, same station for another package. Right now, time don't reach for us to move to the second part of the Inside Nigeria show this morning. As today, an International Day of Persons with Disabilities, we carry somebody enter for Inside Studio. We will help us to talk about the day and talk about some challenges, successes, and stuff with persons living with disabilities take the face. No go anywhere. We will come back after this break.
Hello, my country people of Nigeria. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say Kebobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news, because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial you. Now you go to watch me live on top CHRICED Radio and television, where we go to break that news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story where they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Nigeria. You go enjoy our well, because we go break down for you, you go reason with us, and you go understand the grammar well. What you need to do now to follow us on top www.CHRICEDradioandtv.com, or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name is Kolawole Omani. On top CHRICED Radio and television, Your matter, now we own. Hello, my country people of Nigeria. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say Kebobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial you. Now you go to watch me live on top CHRICED Radio and television, where we go to break that news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story where they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Nigeria. You go enjoy our well because we go break down for you, you go reason with us and you go understand it. Grammar well. What you need to do now to follow us on top www.CHRICEDRadioandTV.com, or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name is Kolawole Omoneye. On top CHRICED Radio and Television, your matter, now we own. Hello, my country people of Nigeria. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say Kebobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial you. Now you go to watch me live on top CHRICED Radio and television, where we go to break that news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story where they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Nigeria. You go enjoy our well because we go break down for you, you go reason with us and you go understand it. Grammar well. What you need to do now to follow us on top www.CHRICEDRadioandTV.com, or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms.
Welcome back to Inside Nigeria on top CHRICED Radio and Television. My name is Princess Aniana. International Day of Persons with Disabilities. My video on top today, and the theme that not the topic for this year now to foster disability inclusive societies for advancing social progress. Big English there, but we'll get somebody from inside the studio who will help us to explain the theme of this year and then what it actually mean on how to carry people then will live with disability inside anything that we get to do with social progress. Now, for on top of the introduction, make I just let you know, say this International Day of Persons with Disabilities. Now, since 1992, the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 47/3 been carried and come out. The reason to take celebrate the International Day of PWDs now to make sure say even people everywhere go feel understand matters we get to do with disability and also gather support for dignity, rights, and well-being of PWDs, and also to increase creation of awareness of the things then where we say you will get to gain if you carry persons with disabilities, follow for every part of politics, social, economic, and cultural life. Now they talk now to do this on self, we promote the rights and the ideas of PWDs. As I'm talking to you, over 1 billion people now they live with some type of disability or the other. Across all areas, persons with disabilities and even their families, they face challenges, they face barriers to take their social development objectives. So those are all the things that we're going to touchlight today inside the show. So right about now, I know they alone. I get somebody from inside the studio who will take together look this matter. I get Henshi Zeichibu. Henshi Zeichibu. Good morning, Madam Henshi.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, now Henshi Zeichibu, now from the original inhabitants, persons with disability, multipurpose cooperative society. Madam Henshi, when they say International Day of PWDs, what does this day mean to you?
Okay, thank you very much for celebrating this International Day for Persons with Disability, first and foremost, I would like to start by saying, when we talk of issue of persons with disability, it's a global issue. It's not only issue that we talk about in Nigeria or in Abuja. As it is, the whole world have persons with disability. And the United Nations set aside this day for persons with disability to be celebrated as it is. Disability is something that we cannot do without, because we have them across the world, the countries, local governments, even the whole federation, and down to our families. So when you talk of persons with disability, they are the set of people that are specially made by God. Let me put it that way, because I'm one. We are specially made by God because we do wonders. You will see persons with disability, we are categorized in different forms. So, some are paralyzed, some are crippled, some are amputated, some are blind, in short. But to crown it all, when you find yourself in one form of disability or the other, we say you are persons with disability, or we say you are a special person. So I don't know if I have answered your question.
Okay, now the fact say UN now give this day to celebrate what it mean to you, as like you just talk, a person with a form of disability, what it mean to you, what it mean to all other special people, especially for Nigeria?
It's a memorable day that we can never forget. They set this day for us to be remembered and also advocate for our right of persons with disability, which is to tell the whole world you cannot do without us. In all your aspect of life, in your ramification, you want to do anything, include persons with disability, for the fact that it has been celebrated for the whole world. So anything you want to do, put us in your scheme, bring us in a roundtable meeting so that we discuss issues together. That is what it means.
Okay.
As we are important to the society.
All right. So you talk something about saying that to also advocate and push for the rights of PWDs. So far, since 1992 to now, where they don't celebrate this day, how it don't be for persons with disabilities? Any improvements, any successes in how they treat them, they see them?
Actually, discrimination is becoming minimal. Why do I say so? Like in Nigeria, 2018, our late President Muhammadu Buhari signed our bill into law that they should stop discrimination against people with disability. By the time other people also keep on listening to advocacies, inviting us to programs, they will know that people with disability actually exist. And the little change is that the rate at which stigmatization was going on in discrimination is now becoming low. Why? Because we mingle with able people. Just like you sitting now. Yes. You have not seen me since inception. You have not known me. I've not known you. But peradventure we meet in another program now. You will identify me by name. Henshi Zeichibu. And I will say, this is Auntie Princess. Is that not?
Yes.
Then by the time you bring me into your doings, then we'll get used to ourselves. I will not be strange. You will not be strange. Look at me. You will see that I'm one hand amputated. But it's not a new thing to you because you have been seeing me. You have been seeing a lot of people. Even you have not seen me, you have seen other people out there that live the same way you see me. So that is why it is important to invite people with disability when you are doing things. Since Baba Buhari signed the bill into law, people are getting to know that truly we have knowledge, we have brain, we can do like others are doing. The only thing is give us the opportunity to showcase our talent. We know that we are really able.
Okay. Now you bring up the law, the disability law, that now the Discrimination Against Persons with Disability Prohibition Act 2018, where late President been signing. Is it working for people living with disability? It work for now they feel the impact of the law?
Gradually. It can happen at once. Why do I say so? Like my fellow brothers that are using wheelchairs, there are some offices they cannot access based on their wheelchair. So when we go in such offices, we will air out our pen. Please install ramps. for people using wheelchair so that they will, with time, there are some offices that are actually abiding by the acts, but some have not done anything about it. In some of our local offices, you find it very difficult. But in some of the hotels, when you go to a program, the next time, let me give you a plain example. Like this Gwagwalada Atlas Hotel, they are doing well. You will see that in most of our program, we always book that hotel for persons with disability. Even the last just concluded the training we had about gender sensitive and men with disability. We held the program there because they install ramp. Even when they don't have the main ramp, they make provision for it. They have a flat planks, they will install it smoothly for easy accessibility. That is why I'm saying gradually we are getting it right, but it cannot just come overnight. But as time goes on, we'll keep on advocating. People, by God willing, it will change.
Okay, so like in places of, say, politics, workplaces, economic benefits, and all that, how the thing now don't favor persons with disabilities?
Okay, I would like to speak based on experiences and things around me.
Please do.
In our Kwalera Council, we have a PA to the chairman on disability matter. That is in the angle of politics.
Okay.
Honorable Hakim Ayuba is our PA, personal assistant to the chairman on disability matter.
And it's a person with disability?
Person with disability. He's a blind man. Coming to AMAC, Honorable Joseph Kaura is also a PA to the chairman on disability matter. So, by doing so, we see that we are getting it right, and in our political angle, they are getting to understand that we have voters card. We also campaign for them. They visit us, they come to our meetings, we give them invitation letters, come and see us, we can vote for you. They are beginning to know that truly these people are to be carried, but it has not been fulfilled. What I mean by it has not been fulfilled, it has not come to our satisfaction, but we keep on pushing.
Okay.
That is how it is. But in the other angle, coming to jobs, and yes, let me just say, out of 2%, 2% out of 100 are now getting it right a bit, because sometimes you tender your application letter to some of these jobs, they will just look at you and ridicule at you because you don't have hand, you don't have leg, how can you do the work? But they are giving us little opportunity. When they give one, they will see that the ability in that person is more than two people, sorry to use that word, that are able, because we commit ourselves, devote ourselves to the particular job for them to know that actually there is ability in disability, and we keep on pushing.
Okay, so if you share with us some of the other challenges where persons with disabilities they face, especially for Nigeria, and I can see the organization where you work in are the original inhabitants, persons with disabilities, cooperative society. So waiting both from your organization and from your experiences, what are some of the other challenges where persons with disabilities they face?
Okay. Thank you very much for asking this paramount question. Actually, there are so many challenges we are facing as persons with disability. Coming to accessibility to infrastructures and transportation is not accessible at all. I was privileged to travel out to United Nations, sponsored by CHRICED here through Makato Foundation. I was one of the delegates. In short, I will tell you that we are doing nothing in Nigeria. We are doing nothing. My dear, go to other civilized countries. We even went to France. You will see how persons with disability are being treated like queens and kings. When you go to their bus stops or train or airplane, you will see RAM. Immediately they open the bus, the RAM will just install. If you are using wheelchair, no complaint, no stress, you just drive in without anybody pushing you, but come to Nigeria here. Go to our road. In fact, that is why you see many of us crawling on the ground. They find it very difficult because of inaccessibility. It's not accessible at all. Go to schools. Persons with disability cannot access lecture halls. Go to primary school and nursery. the way they will make their corridor very high, persons with disability cannot access. It hinders many things, especially in the learning angle. You are not accessible to the class. How will you listen to the lectures and the lesson that is going on? So, coming to the office that we are talking about job, okay, you are not privileged to sit down on a round table meeting. Somehow you are fortunate to hear the information somewhere. You want to try and put in your best to apply it. Where will you go? How can you access the office to submit even the application letter? Even the protocol you face from the reception office, from the security angle, they will ask you, who are you? Because you are falling. It's not accessible. There are so many challenges that people with disability are facing. And we don't have scholarship. Some of us are not educated today because they don't have the finances to sponsor themselves, which ordinarily they're supposed to set aside scholarship for persons with disability. That one is automatic, whereby which even if you don't have the zeal to go to school, because of the word scholarship, you will try your best to see that you secure this application to be educated. But some of us drop out even when they make the attempt to go because they don't have who will sponsor them. Then after that, coming to the angle of payment, even if you secure the job in some of these informal sectors and private schools and all of that, private organizations, how much will they pay you? Think of able people that are able without any form of disability at all. When you hear government prestata or government private sector, you know what it means. Some may have the zeal to pay what it takes, but the finance is not here. That is not there. That's the truth. Some may have it, but because of your disability, they will underrate you. Why should I waste my money on you? There are so many issues affecting persons with disability. Coming to assistive device, they don't have technological assistive device that will make things very easy for them. Like now, some of us that are affected by leprosy, you will see some of their hands are not complete. Even coming to operate, it will be very difficult for them. We're supposed to have special gadget for these people and special handset for them to be able to operate or access information. Like we are using Android phone these days or iPhone. Your fingers cannot function on the screen. Then where will you go? Those are the things. There are so many things affecting persons with disability. Even if we should stay till next week, we cannot be able to finish because there are so many things affecting us.
Okay, but are there any successes? Apart as all these challenges they on this side, where they talk like this, so see what you made them do. You get where also there don't be successes in the matter.
Little. Like I have the reason why I put on this follow CHRICED Radio television. If other organizations are emulating this CHRICED in particular, at least you will see that the level of discrimination will be very low. Look at this polo. The day they launched this CHRICED and Radio television, I was invited. We were invited. We were given this polo. Then, ordinarily, I was not invited to the program. How will I know there is TV and radio station here? Those are the things you can, if you are not informed, you'll be deformed. So, other people should emulate all these non-governmental, particularly CHRICED. Who am I? You are looking for 3 miles square. Then you travel to United Nations. I said, we talk practical things from my own experience. Look at me. And I was carried along with other people. There was nobody with disability when I traveled with them. But look at me today. If you talk of foreign journey, I will tell you, this is what it is. This is what I saw. You know, even when I was invited here, in short, it was just like, I should not even go. I am telling you, he's very, very impressed. But coming to our Nigeria, I will still keep on advocating for our rights, keep on telling them what they're supposed to do, even as they are coping with us, giving us little tests, and they are getting it to know that truly we have the ability, they should create more chances and space for us to face in persons with disability. The successes are low, but we need more successes. That is how it is.
Okay, now still coming back to the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018, it been talk say make them establish National Commission for Persons with Disabilities. We go to oversee the rights and the responsibility and carrying along of people them we get one form of disability or the other. Even put down punishments. Anybody will be saying no, yes, where they do this discrimination, no, they carry persons with disability along for things. There are punishments. The person will take either go prison or pay fines. You get any knowledge of the existence of this National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, or now the people in that group now you suppose push for her?
Thank you very much. Actually, that commission is the commission that's supposed to stand for persons with disability. Let me just summarize it. Implementation is the problem. The act is there, but it has not been implemented. What I mean, the result we're expecting for persons with disability as of now, we have not gotten even 1/4 of what is expected. And we will not keep quiet. We keep on pushing. That disability, let me just give you one simple example. Like in Nigeria, if you have a problem or you have a issue or dispute, you go to court. These days, even if it is your lawyer or your brother, you must pay something.
True.
Okay. So, the same thing applicable to our Disability Commission. They have not, they are putting in their best, but it's not to our taste for now. But I know with time, they are working on it to see that we achieve more success. That is how it is.
Okay. And then finally, get any activities with this set for today?
For today,
either from your organization or from, because already I say UN go do meeting, they'll do a virtual meeting, they'll get, they go take celebrate. But for Nigeria, any special activities to mark this day from your organization, the cooperative way you belong to, yes, the multi-purpose cooperative way you belong to, anything to mark this day, anything to create more awareness, anything to put the people with disabilities out there today?
For today, no. We don't have any activity for today. But we receive invitation from other people. Even as I was coming, I saw my colleagues, some of them from Gwagwalada, some at Giri, they are going out for other events. But as for me, for the organization, for today, we don't have any events.
Okay. So as we done the round of the show, you get any final words? What you want to tell society? What you want to tell people where you get work? What you want to tell government when it comes to matters of persons with disabilities?
Thank you very much. What I want to tell the whole world, not only Abuja here, create more space for persons with disability. We have the act, is there, implement it. Make your office accessible for us. Create job opportunity for us. Give us scholarship. Give us support, even in terms of finance. There are people that do that when they see that, because we have businessmen, women among us, some have even undergone a skill acquisition training, but they don't have gadget. So government and non-governmental organizations, in any angle you think you can help persons with disability, first and foremost, install your ramps in your office so that when we want to talk to you, we visit you, we will have access to your office. That is the most thing first. And our transportation, even in our boxes, anywhere, please make sure you install ramps, because the wheelchair users always find it very difficult. But when you do that, it will ease our work, and also the driver, you know, in most cases, when it is necessary for the person to travel, you see the driver dragging the person, they will be holding the person like easy arm or sorry to, but by the time you install your ramps, it will be very easy. The person will drag himself to the bus without any stress. Also, stop looking at us and don't discriminate us. We are humans like you. The job you think you can do better than us, give us the chance. And say, you will now know that the brain you have is the same brain with us. So, government should do more and create chance for persons with disability. Just like CHRICED. CHRICED is doing well. So I want other government agencies and non-governmental organizations to emulate them. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
Henshi Zechibu, all the way from Original Inhabitants Multipurpose Cooperative Society. Thank you. And we really wish you a happy International Day of the Persons with Disabilities.
Thank you.
And for you, when we say you listen to us, you watch us, thank you so much. Say it and agreement with us. You don't hear them now. Say, make we stop to the underrated persons with disabilities, because they themselves get ability in their disability. As countries, they continue to work to add more, do more to progress on top, to pursue poverty, to give better employment, carry even disability people involved. That one is still one of the main things them to take lead to lasting change. And this now we'll go wrap up the show on top Inside Nigeria Today. But don't forget, stay with you on all social media platforms at CHRICED Radio TV. Don't forget to join us tomorrow, 9 o'clock, for another beautiful edition. Until then, God bless you, God bless CHRICED, and God bless Nigeria.